Yeah, I mean, I can hear you.
All right.
Let's see. Mm,
Oops, I think I just hit live, so I think we're already live. But that's cool. Um, I mean, the floor is yours, so whatever you want to talk about, let's do it. Uh,
yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
it'll be
You
like best the airing of grievances.
yeah. Like I said to all your viewers, I just have my camera off because I have my phone to my ear, so that's the only way I can really hear. But all right, I've been like since the last time I came on, it was like so many things you talked about. But one of the conversations that you was having like maybe a few weeks or a month ago was when you were talking about the generational differences like with the baby boomers, like our generation, Gen X, millennials, and all that. And
I took out the earbuds by the way to see if that works better for you.
let me see. Volume is still low. I just have feedback now.
See that was what I was scared of. Like if I don't have the earbuds and it creates like this feedback. Because with the last time you were on, and then with my guest, the I don't know, you saw the white woman renegade.
Yeah,
We
I
kept
saw
having
that.
like the feedback issues. So are you getting feedback right now?
Yeah, whenever I say something, I am.
Okay, yeah. So it must be on my end. So I'm gonna try to put the Bluetooth back in to see if that works. All right. So yeah, I put the Bluetooth back in to see if that works. Are you able to? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just real low. Oh well, I still have the feedback.
My bad. Still trying to work it out. At least you still getting the feedback?
Only when I say something. It's like it's repeating. It's re- when I say something, it's like repeating what I'm saying.
Oh, because it's not. I see why it wasn't coming through my It wasn't coming through my butt earbuds.
Hmm.
It was still coming through directly through the phone itself.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that as we talk. But go ahead, like, yeah, it's been like so much stuff going on since the last time we talked. I knew you had a lot of stuff to bring up.
Yeah, because when you was talking about the baby boomers and everything, it just brought back some memories of things that I was taught. And the other day, I was just sitting here because I found out about Suno, so I started, just playing around with it, and I actually just thought about like how I would I grew up outside my parents who are baby boomers, but seeing like everybody who I dealt with who were baby boomers, I'm getting it's repeating, still repeating everything I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to feed back through the earbuds, but I think after I unpaired it and then paired it, it's still not coming through the phones. Just trying to figure out why it won't, since it's paired back to the headphones, why they're not. Because it says connected for calls and audio. Sorry, how about that? I'm trying to, I keep trying to fix the audio. I have to go into the system settings and try to fix it. It says can't wake up Bixby. I wonder I wonder if the built-in Bixby AI is interfering.
Hmm. Well, I don't hear it repeating what I'm saying anymore, so it's good for now. It's just that the volume is kind of low on my end, but I can still talk. Just have the phone in my ear.
It keeps connecting to Bixby for some reason.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's causing the problem with it because when I click on it, I'm getting the little Bixby chime. You know, that's like the
Hmm.
built-in thing for Samsung. It was supposed to be like Siri, but no one has ever really used Bixby
Hmm.
because most people would just use the Google the built-in Android stuff instead of the Bixby stuff that comes specifically with Samsung devices.
Oh.
It's like kind of it to me it's kind of redundant to have Bixby when all Samsung devices are Android devices. So it's like you have two competing, software. So I don't know why it's connecting to the Bixby. I hear it through my headphones,
Okay.
but that is weird. I'm hearing the live stream come through the phone, and I'm getting the everything else from the phone coming in through my headphones. I don't know what's going on with that, but all right, I would just try to rock with it, and if I can figure out a way to fix it in the meantime.
Okay. Just on my end, it's like everything I'm saying is repeating.
Yeah, because the feedback loop I think is coming from YouTube, and that's what I was trying to avoid by using the headphones. And then when I unpaired it because the volume was so low, when I paired it back, it won't like it's paired to the phone, but for some reason the live stream isn't coming through. It's still coming directly through the phone itself, and that's what's causing the feedback loop. That was which was the whole point of me using the earbuds in the first place.
Oh.
I'm not sure how to fix that. If any of you folks in the audience want to chime in and help us, I'll be more than glad to take any
Because I have the live
questions.
on my laptop, and it's like I'm going through the phone, and it's like echoing everything I say.
Wait, are you both on the laptop and on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be why you're getting the feedback then. If you're if you're listening to it through both devices, that's gonna cause feedback. Cause I remember on a lot of those Kevin Samuels videos, he would tell people cut off. Um, he was like, are you watching it on on the computer while you're talking to him? And he was like, all right, you need to turn that down. He said because that's causing feedback. So
Okay.
that
I
I think that might be what's causing it on the feedback on the end.
Yeah, I just turned it off, but it's still
It's
the
still
echo,
causing it.
repeating everything I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how to fix that.
Let's see.
We're like boomers. We're like, how do you do this going contraption? Like, Dad, did you turn on the computer? Oh, well, let me try that first. Oh, there it goes. You'd be surprised. That'd be like the main thing they don't understand why the computer doesn't work. It's just they simply got to turn the power on. Like I literally did that with my grandma 2 years ago. Like she thought I did something to her TV because she she said it wouldn't turn on with the remote control, and I was like, Grandma, that remote control may not be working. I said, I said, did you try turning the power on the TV?
Hmm.
She was like, oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, that might have been the go-to thing to do first, would like turn on the power button.
yeah. Well, like I said, I can talk. It's just on my end. It just has a repeat, and it be like annoying. It'll just be repeating everything I say.
Yeah. When I first paired it, I was getting feedback on my end through the earbuds. So I think it's just some artifice of the mobile screen that when I have someone on, it's going to cause like feedback. And I'm not sure how to remediate that. That was the whole point of me getting the wireless earbuds, so I thought that would get rid of the feedback.
Yeah, because I can.
Now, if I'm only getting feedback on my end, I wouldn't mind, but I don't want. I don't know if people watching are can hear it as well.
Let's see what I can do. Go to my channel.
I always get these little weirdos in my chat room. Like, matter of fact, reminding me of that. I'm gonna make sure I put this on. I'm gonna put this on subscribers only, so I don't get trolls. I, I'm just tired of those folks.
I don't blame you.
And then like some of them come in with the express purposes of just trying to frustrate you and not and to discourage you from live streaming because for whatever reason they think you're not worthy of streaming. Like you
Hmm.
gotta be like apparently I gotta be some little retard like Kai Sanat to be worthy of live streaming. A fucking moron who's a college dropout who's never done anything with his life except stream for 24 hours. Like that's an accomplishment. Just having people watch your fucking life for 24 hours. Like what a fucking
That's
loser.
all I really see, really,
He looks like a
with people.
teen Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I see that because I'm in here on YouTube. It's entertaining to me, especially since I work from home. So I see a lot of those type of people.
I mean, I do too, but like I was telling Marcus, because he always send me like links, YouTube links, but these would be like hour-long videos. I'm like, dude, I'm not watching an hour-long video of some person. I was like, I'd rather watch a TV show or a movie. I don't want to see these people just drill incessantly like for an hour about something that I've already like made my mind up about, or that I've heard people talk about for like 100 times already online. It's like nothing new. I get like I get impatient because I'm not the sort of person that can like hate watch stuff, and I don't like rage bait. You
Hmm.
know, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the stuff in the manosphere is like rage bait type stuff. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'd rather
Hmm.
watch something that I enjoy than watch some sort of rage bait stuff to get me.
Lately, I just been watching like old football games and things like that.
Yeah, I be catching stuff on my Stremio app because so Stremio is like a built-in app for the fire the we call it the fire stick, and because they've been trying to get rid of all the third-party apps, so the app I used to use to get all to pirate all my stuff no longer work. Cinema HD. So
Mm.
with Stremio, I found out. I don't know how I found out about this. I think I googled like what was a good replacement for Cinema HD, and I saw Stremio. And what you can do, use an add-on called Torrentio. Torrentio allows you to play torrents, so I can still watch all my favorite. I can watch all the pirate stuff directly through an official app of Fire Stick. So they're not gonna get rid of it since it's an official app with Amazon Fire Stick, and it allows you to put add-ons to it. So the add-on is Torrentio. So I'm watching all my new stuff like Invincible and The Boys and stuff like that without having to get HBO Max or get or pay for Prime. I just keep my free Prime.
Hmm.
So with that, I've been watching a whole bunch of stuff. I got onto the Tulsa. What's the thing with Sylvester Stallone? The boss of Tulsa, something like that, where he's like a mob boss from New York City. He goes out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and basically becomes the crime boss out there. That show was actually pretty good. I wasn't even going to watch it at first because I thought it was goofy until I saw Michael Francis, like the former capo and the Colombo family. He has a YouTube channel, uh, and he was talking about how good it was. I was like, all right, I trust him because everything he talked about was a good mob movie or a good mob show. I had already agreed with like stuff like Godfather and Goodfellas and Casino and everything else. Like and everything he said was bad. When I watched it, I was like, yeah, it is bad. Like the Gotti movie was horrible. He said he told people not to watch it because it was that bad. I was like, all right, he's right. That was a really horrible movie. That was with John Travolta playing Gotti, not the good one. The good one was the one HBO made like 25 years ago, was starring Amon DeSanti as John Gotti. That was really good. That was like I think really underrated because it was like an HBO film. But the John Travolta one came out in the on the silver screen, and it was just really bad. Yeah, he was right. So I took his advice and saw the Tulsa show, and it was pretty good. Um,
Okay.
and I've been catching up on a lot of other stuff I missed. So that's what I'll do like with free time. I'll watch stuff that I haven't seen yet, um, or stuff on Netflix that I'm trying to catch up with, like Peaky Blinders or something. I just don't feel like watching uh, people drone on about why women are this or women are that. And like, then all right, cool. We've already had this discussion for like the last 10 years. Like, don't date the bitches. Like, like what? How much can you keep talking about it? Like, instead of complaining about it, just don't date them. And if you have problems with black women, don't date them. Like, I have a friend that's always complaining about black women, yet he keeps dating them. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I don't want to hear you keep complaining about the same bitches. Like, he watches all the same red pill content that we do and still keeps making the same mistakes. He'll date a chick that doesn't find him attractive, yet he's going out his way to please her. Um, it's just dumb stuff. Like, for you to watch all this red pill content, you should not be still making the same sort of mistakes. I mean, the problem is he's still attracted to them. But I was like, well, all right, then just don't date American ones.
Hmm.
Or like he's tried to date the ones who immigrated from other countries. So it's like, no, you're making the mistake. Once they come here,
And get
they get
Americanized.
Americanized. They get Americanized and it fucks them up. Like for instance, this Filipina I once was gonna date here, like she was about my age, so that was already something
Mm.
I really didn't want. 'Cause I don't like chicks my own age. I don't care. I don't care. People can say what they want. It's not like I'm dating like a 13-year-old or something. But I don't want someone my age. I want someone who still has fertility. It still looks better. I'm sorry. No 48-year old can replace 20-year old vagina. I'm sorry. um, and and it's like she was so entitled. Like she was Filipina, but I can tell she was entitled. Like because she was talking about like when you spend a lot of money to treat a girl out on the first day. I'm like, no.
No.
She's like, oh, no. What are you cheap? Like, yes, I am. I
Hmm.
was like, you can't shame me with terms like cheap. I was like, if cheap means keeping my money to myself, yeah. I was like, a first date is if is you finding out whether you even like the person.
Hmm.
What does that have to do with whining and dining them? I was like, that happens on a second or a third date once you've decided you like the person and you want to go further and see if this is going to be a relationship. That's when you can kind of splurge a bit, but you don't splurge on the first date. That's number one. Two, especially when you're meeting online, you haven't even actually met the person, so it's not like traditional dating where you actually meet the person out. I mean, meet person live and you actually ask them out and you already have that spark between you and she, like you both met each other physically. She decided, oh, I like this guy. Let me see if he, how he is. And the guy's like, all right, cool. I want to take out. Maybe I can smash. I mean, come, let's be honest. That's what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in the process, like this might be a relationship. But when you meet online, it's different. It's like the first date is the meetup, whereas in traditional dating, the meetup is when you actually ask the person out. So that's why I wouldn't. That's another reason why you wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on a first date with someone you met online because you don't even know how it's going to go. Why would you spend $300 on a date when you can spend $200 on a prostitute and have the reward that you want? That's just pure. I'm sorry. That's just pure pragmatics. On top of that, again, because she's from the Philippines, she knows. And I told her I've been to the Philippines. I lived there. Like you're not gonna. You. I was like, you're not gonna fool me. I was like, because I didn't tell her this, but I was so close to saying this. I was like, full goddamn well, then that $300 for the average Filipino is like their monthly salary. So no one's gonna spend $300 on you on a first fucking date in the Philippines when that's literally their monthly salary for the average Filipino.
Mm.
I was like, you are very entitled, and on top of that, like I said, you're no spring chicken. No
Me and
one's.
my
I'm
cousin, we
not.
had those conversations all the time.
Yeah, because I was. He probably told you. I've told him that for like the last 10 years. Stop dating these old bitches. I told him that for a long time. I was like, why are you whining and dining these middle aged women with these used ass twats? I'm not spending. I'm not paying a new MSRP on a used vehicle. Just, I'm not. You got 100,000 miles on you, but you still want to have someone pay new prices right out the gate. No. Like she's 44 talking about, yeah, we need to blah blah. No. No. Are you crazy? And you're from the Philippines. Ain't no one spending, you know, I was like, no Filipino would be spending $300 on you on a first date and you don't even know if they're going to hit. I'm not, and plus, again, being red pill, I know that these bitches use guys as for free meals. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wasting my money so that you cannot spend your money on a meal. Bitch, you better take it to McDonald's. So, I'm not no, not even McDonald's. McDonald's is getting expensive nowadays. Take it to White Castles or something. But no,
Shit, yeah.
yeah,
Everything expensive now, man.
yeah, McDonald's costs as much as a sit-in restaurant nowadays. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I forgot what. I think it was either Fridays or Denny's or something. They were advertising like a little like budget meal that you can get there, and they were saying you can get this for the price of such and such at McDonald's. And I was like, yeah, absolutely right. Like this is a better price than getting something at McDonald's. You get a Big Mac meal at McDonald's, it's like $20. 20 more than like $25, depending on where you which McDonald's you go to.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing McDonald's had going for it besides its convenience was that it was cheap. It wasn't known for like being especially good. Now overseas McDonald's is actually very good, but I mean here in the average American town, McDonald's was not known for being a quality meal. It was just known for being convenient and cheap. Once you remove the cheap part out of it, I may as well just go to a sit down restaurant and pay. The only reason I don't go to a sit down restaurant is because now they expect people to be paying like 30 and 40% tips. I'm like, where the fuck do y'all get off thinking someone's gonna be spending like 30-40% on tips? Like,
Mm-hmm.
just pay your fucking workers. That's not. I'm not doing it.
'Cause I haven't been
Anyways,
in the
I'm sorry
dating
for interrupting.
market for years now, so I don't know. I mean, I hear people talking about it and everything, but it's like I haven't been out there in almost a decade now.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I'm out of the market, so I don't have to deal with this crap anymore. But
Mm-hmm.
this is crazy. Then I had someone in my chat room last week. I thought it was a troll. It was an actual woman. She said she was following me on Instagram, and so from Instagram she subbed to my YouTube, and I thought it was just a dude trolling because I can't see the avatars on these mobile streams. So I can't see who these folks are. And then sure enough, I went to my Instagram and saw her following me, and she was trying to flirt with me until she saw I was married, and she's like, you're married?" I'm like, "Yeah, like that's not a secret." She's like, I don't deal with married men." I was like, "No one told you to deal with me. Like, what is wrong with you?"
Mm.
And I was like, plus she looked like a tranny. I'm sorry, like she had like the lip filler, like she was a Ukrainian woman, and her face, she had the it looked like you could tell she had work done. She had the lip filler, she had the little fox eye cat look that all these little dumb bitches get nowadays that they think is attractive. Although most men don't find it attractive, they do it just to compete with other women.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know very many guys that think that cat fox eye looks attractive. Like when it first, like maybe when it first people first saw it, like on Nicki Minaj, like 16 years ago, it was cool. But now that everyone literally looks like that, it just looks horrible to me.
I'm finding because I'm married too, but just the types that I see where women think is attractive, it's nowhere near attractive
Because
at
they're not
all.
really doing it for men. They're doing it to compete with each other.
Yeah.
Like the BBL stuff, like they're doing that to compete with other women. Like because these women have think that this is what guys like, so they keep doing it to try to outdo each other, ignoring the fact that men are like, that's not what we want. With like by
Mm-mm.
and large, no one's marrying these bitches with BBLs and with these little fox looking faces. I remember I compared it to I said it reminded me of the Batman Beyond episode, The Splicer, when all these people on the show were splicing their DNA with animals to animal like, and the Terry McGillis, you know, the Batman on that show in the future, just thought they looked horrible. And I was like, I was like, that's how these women look today. They look like they're splicing their DNA with animals, and they look retarded. Like I don't know who told them that's attractive, but it's not. And it's like they're all doing it to compete with each other. Although guys don't want to see these women with these fox-like faces with these big fake BBLs, which stink. By the way, it's like that would be an instant no go for me if I see a chick with a BBL. I think reportedly, um, I think Cardi B got rid of hers or something like that. Because I already heard like Stefan Diggs or someone saying the shit stink, but
Yeah, I heard that. That's what he said. I heard that from a few people, in fact.
yeah, because there's a BBL stench because of the procedure can leave like some of that material that may get infected, and it that infection causes a stench.
Mm.
So it's just not worth it, and it's not even attractive. Like some guys like it, but I found out over the years that a lot of guys agree with me and thought it wasn't attractive because when I first saw it proliferate 15 years ago, I thought I was the only guy who wasn't into it. Till I found out later on that a lot of guys were also saying they weren't attracted to it.
No, I was
They just
briefly went dated a girl with a BBL, and it was horrible.
I can't do it because to me,
It was
if your
terrible.
ass looks like it if your ass looks like it hangs over the toilet, I'm pretty sure you're not cleaning it thoroughly. So I'm like, no, that's just not attractive to me.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, her
maybe when I
BBL was like a coffee table.
right, what I remember some guy
Oh,
on the gram got mad at me. He's like, "So you gonna reject a girl just because of her because you think the BBL gives her hygiene problems?" I'm like, "Yes, nigga. Like, what you?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "You gonna like?" I can't believe that was a real question. He said, "You gonna reject someone just because it gives them bad hygiene?" Yes. What the fuck is wrong with
man,
you?
what's
Like,
wrong with some of these guys, man? What kind of shit is that?
these niggas didn't get pussy when they were younger, so now it's like they just take anything. Like, no, no, of course, no, I don't want. I've had one. I had one stinky chick once in college, and since she was already there, I just did it. But I would never do that again.
Mm,
Man, nah.
I know I had one
I had
too.
one too.
Snuck her over the
Snuck her
house
over the
and had my
house and
room
had my
smelling like,
room
ooh.
smelling like. Oh shit!
Luckily, my parents
Luckily, my
wasn't there. I had
parents
to do
wasn't
shit.
there.
I
I
had
had
to
to do
let her
shit. I had
go
to let
and
her go and
fumigate that shit when she
fumigate that
left.
shit when she left. I remember when I was living in Silver Spring, me and my homeboy, we used to go to City Place Mall in downtown Silver Spring. This is before they revitalized downtown Silver Spring. So if you've been there now, there's still a husk of the old City Place left. City Place Mall. We used to mainly just go there for the arcades. We went there and there was this fine ass chick in this store, but the whole store stank. Then we realized it was coming from her. Like she was literally making the entire store stink.
Oh damn.
I'm like, yo, and you wouldn't even think because she was pretty. I'm like, and it wasn't until like later on, like several years. I mean, recently, like several years ago, that I looked it up. That according to NIH data, over over half of Black women suffer from bacterial vaginosis, and the main symptom of bacterial vaginosis is a fishy odor. So this is why a lot of them have problems, and but it goes deeper than that because it's not. So it's not just a hygienic thing. It's also the fact that that the fact that a lot of these black women over a majority of them like over 50% have bacterial vaginosis. It often can lead to premature birth in their babies. So this is why so many black babies are born prematurely.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, this is. I was like, so this goes beyond merely, um, like a minor STI, and the odor coming from it. It can actually affect, the health of our children. I'm like this. So I was like, yeah, this just more reason for me to look into other pastures.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was never
But of
really
course, that's not to
attracted
say
to
all
the
black women
BBL.
BBL. What's that?
I was never really
I
attracted
was
to
never really attracted
BBL.
to
I was
BBL.
always
I
a
was
natural
always a
guy.
natural guy. Yeah, when it first came, like when I first started seeing it, like how long ago was that? Like what, 18 years ago, or something like that. Now, when I first
Yeah,
started seeing
about
it,
that.
it yeah, looked about horrible. That. And then the funny thing is, the women who started rocking it when you would see them before they had them, they look good. Like what's the little light skinned bald head chick? She looked good before she had it. The chick, she the dated all those guys. She dated Kanye and Wiz Khalifa, and she put slut tattooed on her forehead, and I can't remember her name.
I can't remember
I
her
can't
name. Yeah, I
remember
know
her
you
name.
talk about. I
Yeah, I know
can't
you
remember
talk
her
about. I can't
name.
remember
Yeah.
her name. Yeah. Remember she did the slut walk back in like 2014 to 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that no one doesn't care about her anymore, she hit 40. Like she's all about MAGA now, like Nicki Minaj. Like they all hit the wall. So now they want to be conservatives after they made their whole career off of being sluts. Now it's just like these born again. It's just like these born again porn stars. Like they go from taking 100 men in one sitting to now they're born again Christian and trying to get married and all this sort of stuff. Like that white chick, I can't remember her name, but she was saying, she was demanding that they take her videos down. Like no one's taking down them videos. Like you did that in full conscious, knowing what you were doing. You signed those contracts. Those studios own that content. They are not taking it down just because you decided that you want to be religious now, and you don't want your husband getting cucked every time someone watches a video gooning, seeing you getting destroyed by 10 big black cocks up in you. Like no, like I can't remember her name, but yeah, I can't. These people are ridiculous. Like so they either become born again Christians, or now they become these conservative traditional women. Like Emma, what's not Anne Marie? Whatever her name. I can't. Her name is on the tip of my tongue. Pause, but I can't remember the name.
And that's what I see with Black YouTube. It's just a lot of people who just ordinary average people just get microphones and
say dumb shit.
just dumb shit. Yeah.
Like Ashley Janae, who got unalived in Africa by her
Hmm.
white husband. The who who was a divester talking about how black men are so evil. The irony is just astounding. The like this is why, and all these black women are mad that guys are trashing her. Like, no, we still remember what you bitches did about Kevin Samuels. Mind you, he wasn't even dogging black women. He was trying to preserve black relationships. And he was just telling these women they need to stop being so delusional. And like, if he wasn't, he was just giving them tough love. Like, if he didn't care, he would have been on the tip that some of us were on the more extreme side of the manosphere, where we was just like, man, fuck these bitches. Like, no, he was all about trying to just give them tough love. He only roasted them when they came on being delusional or being disrespectful to him, and because half of
Hmm.
them were like, most of them were like half his age. He's like 52 years old, and you got some little 20-something-year-old chick, trying to talk down to him, or you have someone his age being really spiteful because they don't want to compete with women half their age for the same men, and so it showed up in like the way they talked with him on camera. So he used to throw the same energy back to them, and they didn't like it. But he never dogged them, and he used to put men on, and he used to put other men in their place when they did dog them. That's why he didn't
Hmm.
get along with people like Fresh and Fit and all of that, even though they originally um, got big off of his interviews with him.
Man, some of these guys, I tell my cousin all the time, Black YouTube is like old WWF.
It's trash.
It's like remember what's it, Jacques Rougeau, the fabulous Rougeau brother?
Yeah.
It's like one week he was Jacques Rougeau and then the next week he was the Mountie.
Yeah,
And
but
that's how I look at Black YouTube a lot of times.
like I still watch O'Shea Duke Jackson just because he's comical. But the people I really rock with right now, aside from O'Shea, which I don't rock with O'Shea as far as his opinions, I just watch him for the pure entertainment. That's really it. I don't really
Hmm.
value his opinions on anything, but the ones I actually like value, like what they think is like the new guy Jeff St. James, his Ask a Brother podcast. He's an actual like clinical psychologist, so I rock with him. Dallas Sterling is all right, but he sometimes he has his issues sometimes as well, but he's all right. And then I watch Poor Man's Poor Man's podcast. He's all right too, but he well, I just talk. I'll chalk it up for him to just being young, I guess.
Hmm. I know I
But
heard
most of the other
Coach
two,
Great Adams one time.
yeah, he's all right. I don't really watch him on YouTube. I'll see, like, I follow him on Twitter or X, um, but I haven't really seen too much of him
Yeah, because Tony Gaskins was going in on.
mm,
I was listening to it. It was, I mean, I'm gonna be. It's like I tell my cousin all the time. As a guy growing up, we wasn't used to men gossiping like we see now on YouTube. That's just didn't happen. And it's like because I sit here doing work and I just listen to these guys gossiping, and I'm like, man, we couldn't do that growing up in our time.
yeah, that's why, like I said, I can't watch that for too long. Like, when they cut it up into clips, like 10-minute clips or something like that, it's viewable. But I'm not gonna just watch someone drone on for hours. Like the worst of them was the legal. What's his name?
The lead attorney.
Legal attorney. The lead attorney. Like, I'm sorry, he's a little too effeminate for me, the way he talks, and I don't want to hear him like talking for 3-4 hours about nothing. Like it'll be like a live, like he'll rebroadcast his live streams, and most of it is just him responding to people in the chat, like I do. but if he has a topic, I want him to get to the topic. But usually he'll spend most of the broadcast just talking with people in the chat, and then either at the very beginning or at the very end, he'll actually have his discussion. I was like, I'm not watching a 4 hour live stream, while I'm working. Like if I'm working, I'll put on like a movie or something like that. And like if I can't really attend to the movie since I'm working, I'll put on something that I've seen before that I find entertaining. But I'm not gonna just watch someone just drone on for 2, 3, 4 hours, which is popular right now with YouTube,
Hmm.
which is now how they've been pivoting. Like they're kind of emphasizing the long form videos and live streams over the little short video clips. They used to emphasize the shorts a lot a few years ago, but they've been
So,
de-emphasizing that because they realize looking at their metrics that a lot more people are watching YouTube on their TV while they're like doing other things. So they've been
yeah,
kind
and
of
then with us, it's just the shenanigans that goes along with it. Like if I see somebody with an interesting topic, I already know that they're gonna do some shenanigans, like all these stupid ass sound effects and all this, and it's like it to me it just takes away from it. And I just
I
be
wish I
thinking,
could
I'm like,
do
we
something
just
like
do too much.
but I wouldn't overdo it. Lead attorney
And a lot of them
uses
do.
them way too damn much. Lead attorney overuses them. Man, when Kevin
Hmm.
Samuels did it, he had just the right amount. It shit would come in and it's funny.
I mean, some YouTubers I listen to, it's like they do one of those like every minute. I'm like, damn, dude.
Because they don't have any personalities, so they have to keep doing stuff like that. They don't
And look, I,
they don't have personalities. They're not quick witted enough to like verbally barb with people who disagree with them. So they gotta use these little sound effects and little catchphrases in place of like having actual like verbal acuity. So
mhm. And I'm like, it takes away from me from it. And some of them have good topics, and I'm interested in hearing what they have to say. But it's like all the shenanigans, the advertising, this. It's like by the time they get to their topic, they lost me.
well, the advertising, I'm not mad at that because hey, get your money up. Because a lot of people get mad at the commercials. They don't realize we,
Hmm.
as YouTubers, we want the commercials because we get paid when people sit through those
Well, you
commercials.
understand that part, but it's like their products, and I mean, and I understand it's a business,
Well, that's
but
because
it's.
they get a sponsor. Again, with that, like I wish I could get a sponsor. I haven't found a sponsor yet. YouTube will actually
Hmm.
cut up your content and send it to potential sponsors for their content creators. But I haven't found one yet to endorse me because I don't care. I don't care what it is. I kept saying I hope I get endorsed by like Blue Chew or something. I was telling my wife, I was like, if I get a Blue Chew sponsorship, I was like, we gotta do some sort of funny thing on the video, right? She was like, she started laughing. She was like, okay, because I made her watch like those big job videos with me, and she be
Hmm.
cracking up when he puts them in a wheelchair. Like she dies
Yeah,
laughing off that stuff.
yeah,
So I already told her, I was like, we're gonna do a video like that if I get a Blue Chew sponsorship. She just laughed. She's like, all right. She's like, okay. So she's down with it.
well, I'm still trying to learn YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2017, but it's
Damn.
like I have other things going on. So I'm trying to get back into it now. That's why I kind of changed my page around, took some content off, and really just starting over.
Yeah, I just follow the current trends. Like, if you use YouTube, like you have YouTube Studio, right?
Yeah, I do.
And there was a new app they started last year, but it's still in this beta phase. So I deleted it because it wasn't working. Like it was supposed to like basically be like, you know how like Instagram has the app called Edit that you can make your content specifically for like Instagram. Although you can use it for like other platforms as well, but it's specifically tailored to Instagram content creators. So YouTube had created something like that uh, a year ago, but it was still in this beta testing, obviously, because it wasn't working well. Because every time I tried to use it to make content, it didn't work. So I just went back to using the app called InShot when I make my pre-recorded videos, because it wasn't working. But they when they get that ready, that should be really good for YouTube content creators too, where you can edit and curate your your pre-recorded videos through them, or your short form videos. But YouTube Studio is a must, because it also, besides showing you your metrics of, who's watching, how long they're watching, what they're watching, it also gives you um, it also links you to different videos on YouTube that teaches you how to be a better content creator. For me, being a better content creator would just come with like having more money to invest in, like getting better equipment and stuff like that. Because I
Hmm.
already know what to do. It's just, for me, it's more of a financial thing. But I already know like a lot of stuff I need to do, which is like invest more in equipment, and get like a social, like get some sort of like I don't know, like social media manager, or something like that, to help me, with the logistics, so I'm not doing all of this by myself. Because if I had someone helping me behind the scenes, I could push out a lot more content, because I could just be the one just pushing out the content, and they would do the editing and all that sort of stuff to for me to upload. And I had almost did that with a friend who I told you about before, this German girl named Miss Needle. And she had this little she has she just crashed out because I didn't share her religious views, and I'm like, you already knew I was like a non-religious person, but she crashed out, and that she didn't want to work with me anymore. Um, and she's come back every once in a while on my platform, but she doesn't talk to me. Like, we used to talk on Instagram and stuff, and she was going to be my producer at one point. She changed her mind, so I'm still looking for someone like that to be able to really help me with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and I know I've been looking
Yeah, I
like
know I've
that
been
for a
looking like that
while
for a while,
because I know I started my
because I know I
channel
started my
in
channel in
January of
January
2017,
2017,
and I
and I
tried to do it on
tried
my
to
own,
do it
like
on my
buying
own, like
equipment
buying
and
equipment
doing all
and
these things.
all these
And I
things.
just kind of
And I
got
just kind of got
frustrated with it and kind
frustrated
of
with it
went
and
away
kind of
from it.
went away from it.
But I just
But I
realized too
just
that I
realized too
need
that I
like that
need
help.
like
I've been
that
looking for
help. I've been
somebody that
looking
can
for
manage
somebody
social
that can
media
manage
for a
social
long
media
time
for a long time.
to help
Yeah,
me
to help
with behind the
with
scenes
behind the
stuff.
scenes stuff. To do this adequately, it's actually a full-time job, and some people don't realize that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I can get frustrated
Which
with
I
that, which
have,
I
and
have,
I
and
have a full
I
time
have a
job and two
full-time job
teacher
and two
jobs.
teacher jobs.
So I don't
So
have
I don't
enough
have
time to
enough
put into it
time to
like I
put
want
into it
to.
like I want to. And then, like I said, there's trends on YouTube that creators have to be abreast of in order to succeed. Like, what people
Hmm.
did 10 years ago on YouTube won't cut it today. Like 10 years ago, a lot of content creators didn't even show their faces. Like, they would just be like the narration while they put something on the screen while they talked over it. Most most viewers don't want to see that anymore. They they appreciate more when the content creator himself is actually present in the video. So that's like something that's changed. Yeah, and and then, like I said, at one point they were emphasizing the little short form videos, because they wanted to compete with TikTok. But then now they're uh, now they're more and promoting the long form videos, because they know that a lot of people would rather just sit back and have these videos on while they're working and stuff, and they can watch this on their TV screen. So
I know for
all these
me,
trends help
I've
people.
been doing a
I've
lot
been
of
doing a
study of
lot of study of
algorithms,
algorithms,
and I'm still trying to
still
learn how
trying
it
to learn
works.
how it works. One of the things also, this is one of the things I know I need to stop doing. Um, that's messing me up with the algorithm. When you when you do a lot of different topics, it confuses the algorithm of where to
Hmm.
how to promote you through the promote your content. Because if you have like one niche sort of thing, like you're only talking manosphere stuff, you're only talking sports, you're only talking weapons, you're only talking martial arts, you're only talking traveling, or you're only talking like cosmetics, whatever it is, they can promote you that way, um, by knowing, okay, we're gonna put him in this space where there are other creators that are talking merely about, you know, red pill stuff or whatever like that. But you know, I will go from like talking about red pill stuff one day to politics to martial arts to traveling, and I think that hurts me with the algorithm because it doesn't really know how to promote me. But it's better to have like maybe multiple channels where you can talk about different stuff than to do it all on one channel. So that's one thing I need to do. The only reason I haven't gone off and done like a second channel yet is because it doesn't make sense to go off and do another channel when you're still trying to build your original channel up. Like
Yeah.
until this one has like 10,000 subs, I don't see the point in trying to do a second channel unless, like I said, unless my wife wanted to head up that second channel, then that would make sense because that would be more her project, and I'm just like overseeing it. And she's still thinking about that, but aside from that, me just doing a second channel doesn't make sense when I'm still struggling to make this one, viable.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah, I've been
struggling since
struggling since
2017, but part of it is
2017, but
because
part of
I'll
it is
start
because I'll
stuff
start stuff
and then I'll kind
and
of
then I'll kind of
branch off because I got
branch off
other
because I
things I
got
have to
other
do.
things I have to do.
But when
But
I
when I
stepped out and tried to
stepped out
start my
and
own
tried to
business,
start
I
my own
had more
business, I
time to
had
do it,
more time to do it.
and I would do
And I
videos
would do
every
videos
day.
every day. Yeah, that's another thing with YouTube is consistency. Like if you stop making content for like several weeks or several months, it's like you're gonna be like basically starting from scratch again, because
Yeah,
it's not gonna promote your content if you're not like consistently putting new things out. So yeah,
yeah,
when people get, because a lot of content creators have real jobs, and that was something I was telling a troll when he was like, "Hey, you need to just get a real job." Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I do that real job. I was like, this is a hobby. Um, but I was like, yeah, for a lot of people, because I was telling Miss Needle this too, because her, just by virtue of her being a white a young white female, she should already have like 10,000 subs. On top of that, she's actually a musician, a video producer and stuff like that. I was like, there's no reason you shouldn't have a 10,000 subs or more. But it's because she has been inconsistent because of her health. She stopped doing it for like 2 3 years. I'm like, well, yeah, you stop doing it for 2 3 years, you're not gonna YouTubers is gonna forget about you. Like,
yeah,
what can they promote when you haven't done some stuff in 2 or 3 years? It's like a TV show that hasn't been on. It's like a TV show that hasn't had a new season in 2 or 3 years. Like, it's basically the same thing.
yeah. Those are things
Those are
I'm
things
learning,
I'm learning,
and I
and
watched enough
I watched
YouTubers
enough
because they'll talk
YouTubers because
about
they'll
it off
talk
and
about
on,
it off and on.
but it's just a
It's
timing
just a
thing for me.
timing
It's
thing
like I
for me. It's like
work
I
full time
work
and
full time
teaching
and
and all these other
teaching and all
things,
these
so
other
I
things.
don't
So I
have
don't have
a lot
a
of extra
lot
time
of
to put
extra
into
time
it.
to put into it. Yeah, 'cause when your cousin was first telling me to he's been telling me to do a YouTube channel and like for 10 years. Like, dude, I don't have time for that. I was like, plus, I was like, that takes way too much energy. It's only
Hmm.
when I had downsized my job like 6 years ago that I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this out and see how it goes. And like 2 or 3 months ago, I was literally about to quit this because I'm just getting tired of it. I don't feel like talking to a bunch of retards on my live streams. Like these people, I'm sorry, these people are really irritating. Like the average YouTube viewer is not very bright. Like they're not. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna pretend I love. I'm not gonna be like I love these people. I can't stand. I can't stand when YouTubers be like I love you guys. I don't love you people. I don't know you. You're strangers. Like no. Like
Yeah,
no.
I was listening
Yeah,
to
I
a
was listening
YouTuber
to
that
a
said that
YouTuber that
today.
said that today.
I love y'all.
I love
I'm like,
y'all.
really?
I'm like, really?
Oh,
These
okay.
motherfuckers, I don't know them. That's weird to me.
Because I
It
did
sounds
live
like
streams,
yeah, I
but
remember
my
you
live
doing
streams,
that.
like I used to do like tax topics, accounting topics. Of course, that didn't draw much attention. But when I first did it, actually, a video I did about 8 years ago, I think got about like 12,000 views. I was just talking about taxes and things like that.
I think if you're gonna talk about something like that, the way you would draw people in is you gotta have something to. Most people, like I said, the average YouTuber has a short attention span,
Hmm.
and if you want to talk about something like taxes and stuff, um, if you have something quirky you could do in the background to keep people's attention, that will work. I don't know, like if you have, I don't know, anything you could do to like grab their attention while they're listening to you talk about like a serious thing like taxes and all that sort of stuff would probably catch people's attention. Because like I said, I, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, um, I'm not gonna baby these people. The average YouTuber is not that bright. They have short attention spans. Like they don't know what the fuck. Like and then they'll challenge people who are experts in their freaking field. I get challenged on when I be talking about stuff. You see my videos. I'll be talking about stuff that I have like background knowledge in,
Hmm.
and people will be telling me I'm dead ass wrong. And this person is probably some little fucking retard living in a basement who never went, who probably dropped out of high school. Like,
Hmm.
like who are you to tell me about something that I've literally got a degree in? And like you're like, well, you're wrong. Like, no, you're just stupid. So, I this is the kind of stuff that made me want to just quit YouTube because it's like I don't want to talk to these idiots. But I've realized instead of me getting frustrated and quitting YouTube, I was like, what I want to do is just like upgrade my equipment so that I can just do more long form videos pre-recorded and have less interaction with directly with people, like with live streams. That way, I don't have to deal
Yeah,
with these
because I
weird ass.
heard people tell me a lot of times that live streams is how you get a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewer time.
Well, it's a way. I used it as a way to build up so that I could get monetized. But you can only build so much through live streaming. You really got to start doing long form content. So everything I did was strategic. Like I got on and I just started making videos, um, and not long ones, usually like between 5 to 20 minutes, and they were of poor quality, but at least it got gave me some watch hours. And then I started emphasizing the short form clips, which are usually like 30 seconds to 2 minutes. I was just doing a ton of those to get followers, but even though I had the followers, I still needed more watch hours, and I knew I could get a lot of hours through live streaming. So I switched to live streaming to get my watch hours as well as the subs. That's how I eventually got monetized. But you're gonna reach
Yeah.
your like unless you're like a serious streamer, which I'm not. Like this is mobile streaming, but unless you're like a serious streamer, you're gonna hit a cap on how much you can build off of streaming yourself. At some point, like probably need to do like long form videos, unless your whole thing is as a streamer. Like if your whole thing is just streaming, like I said, like the Kai Sanats and people like that, the I Show Speed, how he originally started, but now he actually does like good long form content. Like he actually does stuff unlike Kai Sanat's little tether ass. But oh, he has a tether. He did a video where he was going off on black people like, you guys are just black. You're not from Barbados. You're not from blah blah blah. You're not from blah blah. I'm like, shit. I hate these little New York tethers. Like, you're not even real black people, and y'all come to New York and y'all make shit bad for black people because most of the crime that's going on are these little tethers that come from the Caribbean or Latin America, but they get labeled as black people, and so it seems like, oh yeah, the black people are overwhelmingly violent. in that city when most of them are like from the islands or from or from South America or somewhere. Like,
Hmm. And me and my cousin talk about this all the time because I grew up in the era where before the internet, I was always analyzing this, and the internet just put it on the forefront. And I don't really talk much about it, but if I can really say anything to these people, I'll be like, it'll just be something simple. They don't like you either. As long as you're talking about us, they're good with you. But that's all you're good for. It is like I'm almost 50 years old, and I lived around people like that, and it's like it's all like the play is as long as you're talking about us, you're good. But the moment that's all you're good for. I mean, that's just me. That's just how I see it.
yeah, and I don't think Kai Cenat ever apologized for it either. So I was like, I don't fuck with him. I was like, you little dirty college dropout, dreadlock, upside down, mop looking ass loser who just plays videos and happened to get lucky because a bunch of other little Gen Z retards like watching someone else play video games for 24 hours.
It's
Like,
boring as
you
shit.
have no
I have a
you have
PlayStation
no
5 and I have but hour max for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I even
I
have a
love the
friend that
graphics because it's stuff there
I don't have a problem with people
compared
who gaming, but for me it was like that was his niche was because I think he started off on Twitch, and I had a friend that was trying to become a Twitch streamer. I'm like, dude, like
mm,
you're already in your 30s, like no one's. I didn't say no one's gonna watch you, but I was like, he asked me, was I gonna watch? I'm like, I'm not watching someone play video games all day, dude. Like that's what young
no.
people do. I'm not watching someone else play video games. Like I was like, I'm not sure if that's your niche, your niche, because you're not in that demographic where I think people are gonna watch you. But then Twitch basically became like another OnlyFans because then a lot of those Twitch streamers and gamers just became a bunch of women half naked, pretending to play video games or whatever. But I think that's where Kai and I started off, just being one of those 24-hour live streamers. Like, yeah, I
I can
could do
stream for
that, but
24 hours.
yeah, they literally like yes, he literally streams like 24 hours streams. Like, I'm
Enough
not
time
doing
in
it.
a day, man.
Oh, so he sits there and does all his stuff. Like, he plays video games, talks with people. I guess he takes his break so he can relieve himself and eat and all of that. But it makes me think he probably stinks too. Like, yeah, I mean, no, because at least 2 hours out of the day I'm working out already. So that's already minus, that's 22 hours. And I don't want my whole life like it's different. I can see like if you getting like a lot of these little super chats and cash apps coming in, which he was getting, but again he was in that demographic for other Gen Zers who would watch him and support him. I'm not in that demographic, so I don't expect that will work for me. Just like I didn't expect it to work for my friend who's a older millennial. Like I was like, he's just being unrealistic. So I don't know what he's
Yeah.
doing now, but
You know what else I see amongst us a lot of times? I don't know. I already know your response probably was gonna be this, but we just have them reaction videos that people be doing.
uh, I don't have a problem with that. I wanted to actually do some, but again, I need better equipment. Like my current PC setup is an older computer because it was basically just for my business purposes, so it doesn't have a camera on it. Otherwise, I would have did live streaming because my wife already said we should do some reaction videos. Um, she wanted me to react to listening to her Taylor Swift songs. Like she was gonna play her favorite Taylor Swift songs and have me like react to them because I haven't heard them. So it'll be like a live reaction of me listening to her So I was like, yeah, we can do that. Um, and then like I wouldn't mind doing some of the other reactions because that's what Poor Man Podcast basically does now. He mostly just does reaction videos. Um, and you can get big doing that, but everyone's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you have a, I think it can work though if you have a unique take on it because if you're not trying to sound like everyone else, because unfortunately, Poor Man Podcast, he's entertaining, but he's not unique in the regards of how he reacts to stuff. Like I've seen like at least two or three other people that are just like him when it comes to like reacting to these videos, if not more than that. I literally saw like a British guy literally doing the exact same stuff as him, and at one point I thought that he was literally trying to copy Poor Man Podcast because it looked like he was like trying to be a copycat of him, just like a British version of him. But it, it would be rewarding, like I said, because I think my take on these things will be different than other people because I come at it from a different perspective and from a different generation. A lot of people doing that stuff tend to be millennials, so they're gonna think about things in certain ways that I'm not. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah.
if I had to, like I said, for me, the hindrance to my progress right now is getting better equipment so I can do more things like doing reaction videos, um, setting up a secondary channel where I can concentrate more like on like martial arts content and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Because it's
yeah,
interesting you
reaction
said
videos
our
would be good.
generation. Because my take on it is basically what I'm used to. And I'm used to people just giving it to me raw and uncut and not caring about my feelings.
Yeah,
You
people,
know.
younger people don't know about it. Like their feelings get hurt too easily,
Mm-hmm.
and
And I
and I
think a
don't pick
lot
and
of
choose
times,
myself
and
either. If I think something's whack, I'm gonna say it.
mhm.
Like people always think I'm mean on my on my channel because I'm not that I'm unfiltered, but I'll just be brutally honest. Like I can be nice at times, but sometimes I'm just gonna be like brutally honest and like, no, that's stupid. People like, oh,
Shit,
that's
that's all we
that's
know,
like I
really,
had
is
this
our
there's
generation.
this one guy who keeps coming to my channel who's like mentally slow. His name is Show. His username is like Show of Life something something, and he keeps saying we're not dumb. He's literally talking about something from a month ago that I said to him because he was saying some off the wall shit, and I called him out on it. I said you're being kind of dumb, and so every time he comes back to my channel, like in the chat room, he says, we're not dumb. And also, I'm like, why are you still joining on from something from literally a month ago? Like, I was like, you need to move on. I was like, this is why people think you're stupid because like you're still talking about something from a month ago that hurts your feelings. Like, it's just weird. Like I said, I think a lot of people on YouTube be better off like hitting the gym and getting therapy. Like, they need to get off of social media,
Yeah,
work, go
because
to
I,
school,
I watch a lot of reaction
go to
videos,
therapy.
and to me, it's like the topic, like the Dr. Umar is always a reaction in reaction video.
You mean reacting
And
to
there's
the
one
video
particular
or yeah.
YouTuber. I got to give him credit for it, but he'll take a 5 minute Umar video and turn it into a 4 or 5 hour live stream.
Yeah, just then
I've
I
been
hate when
following him
some
for a
people try
while,
to.
and I peeped his game.
I hate if people try to stretch stuff out just so they can get their watch time.
Hmm.
That's one thing I don't. That's one guy that I rarely watch because I feel like he unnecessarily drags on his videos just for the watch time. Um, what's his MTR
Yeah.
media tutorial and reviews. I think he drags on
Hmm.
his content just for the watch time. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna watch something for 40 minutes that you can make a statement in 5 minutes. Like, I get why he's doing it because he wants because it's for the watch time. but I'm not gonna sit around to help him get his watch time. Just like when I know he's just dragging stuff on. I don't I don't like when people like drag something on just for the watch time. Because I can it's like I can feel the time dragging on as I'm watching this video, waiting for it to end so I can go to another video.
YouTube
If I
is
feel a video
interesting.
dragging on, I will watch it to the end, and then I'll just stop watching that person for a long time because I don't feel like I wasted my time watching them.
Hmm.
That's why, like I said, I was telling your cousin, like sometimes I can't watch those videos you recommend because they're too long winded for me. I don't like people being long winded just because I know as a content creator myself that people sometimes being intentionally long winded just for the watch time, and I don't have the patience for that. Like I'll wait for
Yeah,
them to cut it up into clips, and then I'll watch those. Like
yeah,
Ask About the podcast. Like I like him. And I remember reacting reacting to something on Instagram because I was laughing because he was advertising that he was gonna have this woman on who's known for her like her her hot takes on a lot of issues. He was like, "I'll see you tonight for the live stream," and I was like, "Yeah, I appreciate it, brother, but I'm not." I was like, "I get up early, so I'm not staying up late to watch that live stream." I said, "I'll catch it tomorrow on the rebroadcast." I'm not. I'm not I'm not watching his live stream at 9. That's gonna last for like 2 hours, be up to like midnight, just to help him out. Meanwhile, I'm suffering because I'm gonna get up at 4:30 in the morning. Like no, I don't think so.
I know. I saw a YouTuber the other day. I think he was talking about Anton Daniels or Umar. I can't remember which one, but it was like a 7 hour live stream.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that's my
lead
work.
attorney.
That's a work day.
Lead attorney does live. I've seen him do live streams like that. They were like 5, 6, 7 hours long, and that's when I unsubscribed. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't support someone who does live streams for that long, and it's not like they're doing anything. They just sitting there, talking and reacting to people in their chat room for 7 hours. Like, come on. I've once done a five
Yeah,
hour live stream, and that's because I literally didn't realize the time was going because I was trying to react. I was trying to respond to every single one in the chat room, and it was about this was during the presidential election, and we were talking about that, and it just became impossible because I realized there was literally hundreds of people pouring into the chat room, all saying stuff, and I was used to only dealing with like two, three, four people, where I could just linearly go down down, scroll down the comments and respond to each in kind, and it just became impossible to do. I was doing it for 5 hours, and I was like, guys, I gotta go to bed. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I said if I didn't respond to anyone, but that was good though. Like that helped me get my watch. That's when I got monetized. Was like when I was doing all that stuff during the election back in 2024. Helped me build up my watch hours, so I finally got monetized. Because you needed, like at least 1,000. You needed like 1,000 subs, and I forgot how many
yeah.
watch hours. So I got that. They reduced it down to like 500 subs, and then you
Really?
have your watch hours.
Because I have 791.
But do you have enough watch hours though? That's the thing. You're not, to get
I probably
monetized, you
don't.
still need enough watch hours.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, I
why
thought about revising my channel, see what I
really
want to
just like I
talk
said,
about.
it's really just about putting out more content. And if you have
Hmm.
someone in a if you have someone working for you, they can edit. They can another way they another thing people do is like they edit their old content and put it out as new stuff, and that can get them their watch hours as well. Because I've been meaning to take all my old stuff and edit it, but I need someone I need someone who's a video editor to do that stuff. And there's plenty of people on LinkedIn that would be willing to do it. Like a lot of those Filipinos a member was trying to get me to hire them. I'm like, I can't hire you. This because it was like 3, 4, about 3, 4 years ago. They were trying to get me to hire them. I'm like, it's like I don't even have monetized content yet. How I'm gonna hire you? What I'm gonna pay you with? Like that doesn't make sense. So,
Yeah, I've been looking for people who do that stuff for a long time to
the
help
other
me.
the other way to do it would be to actually be to get hired um, by a by some media company on YouTube and do content for them, where you're still like making your own independent content, but it's under them. I would do that in a heartbeat. So another thing I was trying to do last year, I had partnered with this company that supposedly trains AI, and they were gonna pay me for using my content to train and model their AI. But what I didn't realize until later was they don't do it themselves. They actually shop out your content to other interested parties. So they never pay me for my content. So I was like, no, let me out this contract. And they tried to they tried to be slick with it. So I just used Google AI to figure out how to you know what to say to them to get out of the contract, and I eventually did because I was mad because they had told me how much I was going to get paid per the content I was going to make and all sorts of stuff. Then I found out the company was actually going out of business, and they hadn't been paying any of their content creators and stuff like that. So I was like, no, let me out of this. So I was mad. I had already assigned what I was going to do with that money at the time because I knew roughly how much I was going to make from them and when I was supposed to get paid. And when that didn't go through, and I was asking what's going on, I found out all the fuckery that was happening. So I was mad because at the time they were saying they were really looking for political content to train the AI. So that was
Oh,
why early last year, early 2025, most of the stuff I was talking about at the time was all political because I was doing that intentionally for the purposes of having that being used by that company just to find out that they were basically trying to get my content for free. Like no, so that was sort of a letdown because I thought I had a little leg up there.
yeah.
But if I could work, but if I could like work for a bigger YouTube channel as a independent contractor sort of basis, that'd be good because I could use their resources, um, and it would just be a you know probably more mutually beneficial. Sort of like with bloggers back in the day, how a lot of independent bloggers started working for like bigger name companies that hired bloggers to do content for them. It would be sort of the same thing
Yeah.
as that.
If I was in the politics, I would do more political topics, but I ain't into it like that. I mean, I follow it and I understand it, but I don't really do it.
Yeah, I'm not even a pundit or anything. I just give my opinions based on like my own takes on things, and sometimes I'll look at stuff from like a certain a more rational perspective,
Hmm.
or maybe from like we all have our biases, so I'll look at something from different perspectives because anyone who's followed me from my beginning seen that I've made a sort of a change in how my political views are. Like I started off clearly pretty progressive. If you started watching me back in like how long have I been doing this since maybe 20, I can't remember if I started this in late 2022 or early 2023, something around that line. And I was clearly way more progressive then to now, and so you can see the progression, but you can still see the same line of thinking though. And so I don't mind like talking about politics because even if people our non-political politics still rules over us, whether we like it or not. So we're all going to have our political opinions. So I don't mind addressing them. And the thing is, you're always going to have some people are always going to agree, some people are always going to disagree, no matter what your view is.
Yeah, because a lot about politics, corporate politics. I mean, I talk a lot about that, but not on YouTube or anything like that. But just in general conversations, I talk about it.
Mm. Like, I'll talk about electoral politics. I'll talk about um, like different politics and everything in between. And like I said, I get my detractors. I get people who agree, and it's weird. The worst thing is when you have people who, I forgot the term for it, but you get people who come onto your channel who pretend to be supportive, but they're really trolls. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called support troll or
It
something like
griftness.
that. No, not grifters. It was a term for it because I had this guy that's been like doing that since like 2024. He was like this black Democrat who pretended he told me he disagreed with my views, but he said he support me and all this other stuff. And I realized he was just like he would just come on just to undermine what I said. And there's actually a specific term for that in this space. Let me look that up real quick. But that was the most to me. That's the most annoying because regular trolls you can deal with, but when you have people who come on your channel to pretend to support you just so they can like kind of undermine you, it's pretty annoying.
Yeah,
I think it's called
that's
support
the
troll.
part of YouTube I didn't experience yet.
Well, I mean, if you live stream enough, you'll get all types of people.
Because I used to live stream, but it used to be like around tax topics and things like that. So I didn't really get a lot of like live viewers. Most I've had on my live streams was probably like 10.
Yeah, with tax stuff, you're probably gonna have a limited audience because it's it's gonna it would be like with me with philosophy. When I start talking strictly about philosophy stuff, the the audience like completely drops off because they don't know what I'm talking about. Most people have no idea what real philosophy is. Like they think it's some dumb shit talking about does a tree fall in the woods and stupid shit like that, or they think it's just talking about any, or they think it's just uh, philosophy is just saying whatever is on the top of your mind. Like, yeah, that's philosophy. Like, no, motherfuckers. Like, it's an actual academic discipline with actual
Hmm.
with actual um, tool like conceptual tools that you use, and terms and other things, just like any other academic discipline, and they don't realize that. And they get mad saying, "You don't know what you're talking about." I'm like, "Oh, really? So the guy with the degree in philosophy doesn't know what philosophy is? Okay, sure. All right, moron. Who's never had done
Yeah.
anything in your life with no degree to show for it knows better than I." That's why I don't like these people. Because I I don't really have a great tolerance for stupid people, which is why a long time ago I decided I don't want to be a clinical or counseling psychologist because I don't want to sit there and listen to a bunch of people drone on about their problems every day, all day. That would I would quickly face burnout from that.
Yeah. Well, I'm still, even though I'm not new to YouTube, I'm still trying to figure my way with it.
Like I said, um,
'Cause
some if you watch like content about how to be a better content creator, it'll help you. Like I said, they have a whole bunch of videos. 'Cause, like if you don't follow the channel, you should follow it called YouTube Creators. gives all sorts of tips for that sort of stuff.
I thought about somebody told me about YouTube University.
I haven't heard of that, but no, but the channel, but the YouTube channel is actually through YouTube itself. It's called YouTube Creators, and on it they have people who actually teach you how to do certain things to be a better content creator. I think that's a useful channel. Like every YouTuber should probably have that channel, follow that channel for like advice on certain things. Plus,
Yeah.
they keep you abreast on the new things happening to the channel. I mean, sorry, happening to the app as far as like different guidelines because the guidelines keep changing. Like just like how you notice now, people can use more abrasive terms now. Like I can call people the
Hmm.
F word and the R word now, where I couldn't do that in like 2023 without getting. Well, I wasn't monetized at the time, but my videos would get restricted if I was using all those sort of f bombs and r bombs back then. Now people can say it because they realize people kind of value freedom of speech. um, After the election, like realize a lot of people don't want all this political correctness, like it, so if you know it's like
I know
they've
I
been a
don't.
lot more lenient. Or in like short form videos, they used to instantly restrict those videos if someone said a curse word within like the first 10 seconds of the video. So now they
Hmm.
stopped doing that as well.
I don't like the. I like. I mean, certain videos I'll listen to or watch, but I guess I'm a guy that's like, just get to the point.
Yeah,
And I
yeah, that's
realize,
why.
like you said, a lot of them try to do it for watch time,
Yeah, that's why I don't
but
like a lot of
by the time they get to the point, they lost me.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I don't want. I can't watch a lot of manosphere stuff because I'm not gonna watch something for 2 hours for someone they can make that point in 5 minutes. Like, and I, like I get how like Marcus was like saying, oh, he'll watch that like while he's working or something, but I can't watch something that I don't find interesting, in the background. Like I need something interesting on in the background, um, like an action movie or something. Like I'd rather watch Star Wars for the 100th time than to sit there and watch someone talk about why black women are a problem. And I've heard this over and over ad nauseum.
I
Like
mean,
I just no.
I heard this outside of YouTube about how much black women were a problem.
Like
I heard it
how
so many
many
times.
it's like man, how many times am I gonna hear this? Like at least Kevin Samuels had a fresh take on it, and even he before he died said he was gonna move on from doing that too because he's like, look, we've already done the gender war. He was like, it's time to push past this. He wanted to start doing other things, and a lot of people in the Black Manosphere got jealous, mad at him, saying you basically used our ideas just to get on
Man, ain't
now.
use.
You're like basically moving past the Black Manosphere. So it's like, people like Angry Man and other folks like that did disliked him or had a beef with him or whatever. Then Fresh and Fit, they pretended to support him but was calling him a faggot behind the scenes and deliberately putting on their
Hmm.
and then and then deliberately doing their podcast as the same time that he was doing his just to compete with his numbers.
I used to watch Manosphere. I mean, I still do, but not as much as I used to.
Like I said, the only person I will watch I watch religiously now is Ask a Brother podcast. Like
Hmm.
I like him because like I said, he's an actual clinical psychologist, but he's the type of clinical psychologist I wish I would have saw when I was undergoing therapy. Who's you know red pill.
Hmm.
Most clinical psychologists are pretty steeped in leftist views, and I don't think that's very helpful for more masculine type of guys. I don't think it's useful. So I value him, and he takes basically the points that Kevin Samuel says, and he was like a lot of people were off put by the way he talked to people he was like, let me try this in a different way. He said, let me basically say the same things that Kevin said, because he said nothing Kevin was saying was really wrong. He said, but let me use my softer clinical voice when I'm making these points. That way, people can't use it against me. Oh, it's, we don't disagree with you. We just don't like your tone. You know, the whole tone policing thing. So he was like, so people can't try to tone police me. He said, let me address these same things Kevin was saying, but I'm gonna use my clinical voice. So that's what he does, and he puts things. He's more articulate and intelligent than the average person in the manosphere. So, and he's also willing to work with a lot of people in the space too. Like he has all those folks on. He doesn't really discriminate. Like he doesn't take sides in these wars that, because all these manosphere people are beefing with each other. But he'll have all of them on his platform. He had, Mamiya Obsidian, Ali. He has Coach
Hmm.
Greg Adams. He has Dave, whatever that guy's name is. Um, he's had on basically everyone in the manosphere. He either had on or he's going to have them on his show. He doesn't. He tries not to like take sides so that you know he gets into any of these little internet beefs, these little these black YouTube beefs. But it's going to be a matter of time. It's only a matter of time that someone's going to be is going to feel some sort of way towards him, either because of his success or because they don't like someone he's platformed on his channel or whatever. Eventually, it's going to happen with the best of intentions. He's going to rub someone the wrong way just by virtue of being in that black YouTube space. And especially now that he's just made 60,000 subs, the more you go up there, you're going to start being noticed by other people in the space and they're going to hate because a lot of black
Yeah,
YouTubers are just petty. So,
yeah. I know. I remember Obsidian. I used to listen to him.
yeah, he recently wrote a book about Kevin Samuels, and O'Shea was dogging him. He's like, "How the fuck you don't write a book about a guy that you don't like and didn't like you?" Like he he was like, oh, how O'Shea is. So he was talking that he doesn't he doesn't like Momia. He doesn't like Angry Man. He doesn't like a lot of those folks whom he knew from like being on YouTube for 10 years, and they all used to be all in the same proximity with each other, and then they all had like a falling out.
Yeah,
So
because I remember O'Shea used to do shows with what's it LAR movement and Donovan Sharp.
yeah, he said that. He said he can't stand Donovan Sharp now. Like I said, I
Yeah, I
didn't
remember
start
when they
watching
did their
O'Shea.
show.
I didn't start watching O'Shea till probably around 2022 because Kevin Samuels recommended watching his channels, The Celebrity Jump. A lot of people in Manosphere, I basically started watching through Kevin Samuels because I wasn't familiar with watching any of that stuff prior to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah,
And so I started watching a lot of those people based on he doing interviews with them or directly telling people, hey, go watch this person. And then after I start
yeah,
watching some of them, I'm like, these people are clowns. Like alpha male strategies. I'm like, no, I can't do it. Especially when some of these people were dissing the passport bros and they were starting to rise at the time. Like even Kevin was saying, yeah, most of you guys can't be passport bros. You don't have enough money. I'm like, that's bullshit. You do not need a lot of money to be to like go and travel. Like he was literally, I was like, I get why he was saying it, but I just felt it was disingenuous. He was basically just saying that because he didn't want black men traveling and seeking, interracial relationships overseas as opposed to trying to build black relationships here. And for that very reason, you would think black women would support him, but no, they would gleefully, you know, gleefully mocking him and his death, which is again to piggyback on what I was saying like an hour ago about Ashley Janae. Why no black man really cared that she died when she was chasing clout by dogging black men and acting like she had it so much better with her white husband. Which personally I don't care because I don't want any black chick and I'm already married. So I don't care if they don't want black men or not. But you don't but the divestors just take it way too far. Like no black men couldn't get away with saying the stuff the divestors do, saying like they hope that these women die and all that sort of stuff. But these women openly do this stuff. Like they openly wish for these men to die and calling them bullet bags and stuff like that. I'm like, that is
Hmm.
sick. Like I was like, like some people don't need to be on social media. Like there should be like some sort of like uh, preliminary test before you can get on social media and say dumb shit. Because it's like that, the divestors just take stuff way too far. Like I don't begrudge anyone their preferences, but you don't have to wish for someone's death. Like that's just weird. And saying that you should abort black babies, like black male babies and stuff like that. That is just really absurd. So when you have
Yeah.
people like that, and then something unfortunate happens to them, and their white husband may be the cause of that, no one's gonna mourn you. I'm not gleeful over her death, but I can honestly say I don't care.
Hmm.
Especially like I said, all those people that danced on Kevin Samuel's grave when he wasn't out there trying to hurt black women. He was just telling them stop being delusional about about um, their options.
Hmm.
So like I said, that's crazy because he was actually trying to save black relationships. He even had a private Facebook group for high value men to get with 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 women, and he blocked non-black women from joining the group. He said that often enough. Like he said, he always had like a lot of women who were like Latino or white or Asian trying to join this group to find these to get with these exclusive men, and he wouldn't allow them. He would only allow black women in the space.
Wow, man, it's a
Yeah, I
lot.
had thought about joining it. I had thought about joining, but I was like, well, one, I'm already dating, so I was like, plus I'm not interested in black women, so that's really no point. I was just curious what the group was like, but um, yeah, and he even had callers come into his show that would thank him for because they would say, hey, um, because of you, I just got married, and you would see that he was like genuinely happy about that. Or some people would call in and say he saved their marriage because the woman realized they were out of line, and when they either talk with him or watch the show, they realize where they would how they were out of pocket, and so they will often say he helped them, he helped uh, those women save their marriage and stuff. How many other manosphere people can you say that about? But they
I don't
danced
know.
on his
I
grave
can't think
just
of
because
any.
he told them what they didn't want to hear. That a middle aged fat woman with multiple kids by random baby fathers is not gonna get the creme de la creme of men. Like, sorry, that's just real life. You don't have unending options.
Mm-mm, not at all.
But but before we end, I know you were starting on in on the boomer, so I definitely want to hear your take on that.
Well, most of my experiences with the boomers wasn't really my parents. It was like working with them in corporate America and even teachers. And I just realized like a lot of what, like under their leadership, especially in corporate America, it's like, it was real fickle, and it wasn't really based upon your knowledge. It was like just like, authoritative leadership and everything like that. And so when you was just talking about, certain things about the boomers, I just pretty much just related to how I work with them in the workforce. And even now, just dealing with them. I mean, I do, but I was just feeling a lot of things of what you were saying about them.
I think they're very entitled.
Hmm.
That's my that's one of my main issues with boomers. They're very entitled, and I, some of them I even think are sociopathic. How they lived in the worst. I'm sorry, they lived in the best economic period of U.S. history and got to benefit from all sorts of government programs and entitlements, but single-handedly uh, use their use their leverage to take away those same entitlement programs from every other generation after them, while in a, while asking with a serious face, why can't you get a make the same advances that we were able to do? We pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps. No, you didn't. They benefited from the most generous government programs ever, and then undermined every other generation afterwards by taking those things away from them. They enjoyed some of a lot of home ownership. Meanwhile, once they became middle aged and elderly, voted for all sorts of zoning restrictions and things like that so that new houses can't be built to preserve their property values while making it hard for anyone else to be new homeowners. So
I just think the
I just
generation that pulled themselves up there by the bootstraps after them was us,
so
Gen X.
with Gen X, we're sort of like a bridge generation between the boomers and the millennials. Like the older Gen X had a lot of some of them benefited from a lot of the things that the boomers did, whereas the later Gen X or Zennials,
I guess. Yeah.
yeah, uh, we we didn't we faced a lot of uncertainty when it came to economics. Like, we grew up at the end of the Cold War. We came out of that large recession in the 80s. Of course, for us, like I said, being Zennials or late Gen X's, we didn't really feel it because we were kids. So I mean, most of us didn't know what was going on. And then by the 90s, we had sort of like economic boom. So if you graduated college back then, you probably went into the real world. I don't know what happened with that feedback.
Yep. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what happened with the audio. Is there something else on in the background that could be um, causing the feedback? If you can hear me, I'm still here. Uh, Hoping we wouldn't have audio issues with these wireless buds. Let me see what's going on here. All right. Sorry guys, it cut out. I think he's on. He disconnected, and he's gonna try to come back into the stream. There we go. There's some sort of feedback with the some sort of signal to noise thing going on. It might be a I think it might be a device on the. I don't know, like if the TV or radio is also on, or another computer that could cause a negative feedback.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Ow, why is it? Uh, hmm, let me try something. Let me, this, I wonder if it's feedback on my. Uh, Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what's going on with that. Having some sort of technical difficulty. I don't know what's causing it. We might have to just redo this because I, I don't know what's messing, like what, I don't know what like is causing it, because I know from doing electrophysiology labs in the past that so many things can interfere with with the intended signal, creating more noise to signal. Like you'd be surprised, like it can be the lighting, the electricity running through the building. Like I remember when we were controlling for yeah, when we were just doing recordings with animals, like we had to be mindful of all the electricity in the building. But even more so when they had set up a I forgot, some sort of uh, brain imaging machine. I think it was a MEG, not an EEG, but an MEG, like a uh, magnetic electric encephalograph machine. Like they even had the control for like the nearby like train station and all that other sort of stuff. So I'm not sure. Uh, but what we might have to do, folks, we might have to just redo this another day. No problem. like I said, I don't know what was happening, but we can try to redo this another time. So I'm about to exit, folks. We'll do this again. Hopefully, can figure this out. So, all right, guys, I'm out. Take care.